Good morning and welcome to the Celebrate podcast. I'm Lisa McGarry, co-owner of Celebrate Primary Care.
I'm Della Toot, the other owner.
And we are live every Tuesday at 11 on YouTube and Facebook. And we're really glad you guys are with us. We always want to thank Elio with Fiesta Media for being our producer. And you can watch also, or you can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the different ways you like to listen to your podcast. So you can catch up on old ones if you want to. But today we're super excited. We have John Darr with us, who is also like a famous Gainesville podcaster.
I take that as a compliment. Yes, a famous podcaster. I'm not sure, but I appreciate
it's always entertaining.
There is no
Charlie?
telling which way we go.
Well, what we like about having you on is that you already know what to do, and so we don't really have to say much today.
You don't. No, we definitely won't. This will go by in 30 minutes.
25.
25. Perfect. For Elio, we usually go 38, 40. I'm like, he's like playing the background music as we, he's like, okay, you guys need to shut up.
Let's go.
Moving along.
I know. I try to pay attention. I'm like, what time are we at?
Oh yeah.
Who brought this to me?
Me, happy birthday! I know it's a day late.
Perfect. Happy birthday
so much. That's so sweet.
On Premium Time, we like to eat and we like to have fun and do stuff like that. So I said,
and flowers, which is very sweet.
Flowers.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Can we sing happy birthday?
They're invisible.
Can we sing happy?
Because it's green.
There are actually flowers. See?
That's awesome.
So I always ask if I
about
can wear
the green.
I want to wear green.
I do. I wore green one time.
That is always a joke with John. But can we sing happy birthday for Della, please?
Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday
to you.
Oh boy.
Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Della. Happy birthday to you.
I won't blow on our cake.
Don't blow on the cake. COVID issues, you're going to have problems
Yes.
there.
That's not good.
Yes.
Are you going to eat a piece of this?
I will.
Okay,
if you
let me cut
I'll
it.
eat it.
All right,
yeah.
you guys get to talking and I'll cut.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're
It's
welcome.
super sweet. And the flowers are beautiful.
And the flowers are, I would love to tell you that the flowers were my idea, okay? But
They're
they
your
weren't.
wife's.
They were Holly's.
I said, hey, most beautiful realtor girl in the world.
Aww.
I'm going on Lisa and Della's podcast. I want to bring them something. And first thing she said, flowers. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Well, I want to tell
She's amazing.
her thank you. So thank you, Holly.
So
yes,
there you
Holly.
go.
We appreciate you
wish
very
it was
much.
my idea, but it wasn't. But I did get them.
Super
so I
fun.
guess I
And the
get credit
cake
for
is
that.
for you.
The cake, we need to eat cake more in life. Lisa and I were telling stories earlier about how people just need to eat cake more often and be nicer.
Look at Della. She's like,
wow.
You want cake?
Good
you get
Lord. I mean, I know I'm big and tall.
Elio's getting some of this cake too.
Yeah.
So besides being a famous Gainesville podcaster, tell us all more about what you do and how you got into it and, all of that.
The podcast or the insurance piece?
The insurance piece.
Okay, the insurance piece. So I was born and raised here. I went to Florida to play baseball. That didn't work out. Yep. That didn't work out because when I went to Florida, they were number 1 in the country in 1988. So now you know how old I am. And went to Florida. They needed me like they needed a hole in the head. So I stopped playing baseball, started playing golf. My roommate in college was a golfer. Started playing golf, got good enough to play golf at a little school in South Carolina. Played up there, was an All-American, had a great time, loved it. Got done with school, and I came back here, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was like, I knew lots of people. I was friendly. I was outgoing. I knew that part was probably the direction I want to go in, but didn't know what to do. So my dad was a nationwide agent, had just started a nationwide agency a year prior to me graduating. So I got done, and I said, Dad, I don't know what I want to do. I said, I'm sure I want to sell something, but I don't know what. He says, okay, let me ask you a question. If you can find something else that there are laws that people have to buy, like insurance, you should do that.
Yeah.
But until then, since there are laws that people have to buy insurance, it's probably a pretty good field to go into.
Right.
And I'm like, great, awesome. Let's do it. What can you give me? And he handed me a phone book. In those days, a phone book, that was before cell phones. Or
Yellow Pages.
Yellow Pages.
The good ones.
And a phone. And he said, There you go. Go to town. I got nothing to give you. So I would call people, just, call businesses. So I started from scratch. So I started building my own agency inside of his agency.
Okay.
And then he retired in 2008. Nationwide made us independent agents in 2009. And I merged with Ray Shackow. I don't know if you guys know Ray.
Yes, he's great.
Merged with Ray Shackow because we shared an office space for 15 years. 2 competing businesses in the same. I would answer his phone. He would answer my phone. Like if he was out on vacation, hey, this is the Shackow agency. And they'd come in and buy car insurance and sign and write a check and all that. And I'd put it on his desk.
Oh.
That's
and he'd
awesome.
come back. But we were technically competing agencies.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we did that. We went independent, and now we have 55 people in the organization. We have a trucking division. We do a lot of personal lines, homes, cars, commercial, group health, a little bit of individual health, although we don't like to do it because it's just a
pain.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm married. I have twin daughters, one that goes to FAU, one goes to Florida.
So this weekend, maybe home for the game.
One of them came home for the game. We threw a big lunch. We had a big party. They had a great time. I got to meet a lot of their friends. I actually wore FAU stuff because I can wear Gator stuff anytime.
Yeah,
And I was like, since the one from FAU came up, I said, all right.
That was sweet.
Well, I'll wear FAU stuff. So,
Yeah.
So
cool.
they didn't.
How fortuitous, though, that this year we actually get to play them.
Yeah.
It was
Here.
awesome.
It is awesome.
It's their senior year.
Yeah.
It was.
Aw,
It's
that's great.
It was so much fun, and they're best friends, so they get along great. And Lindsay, my daughter from FAU, brought a couple friends up, and they all stayed at Courtney's house and met her friends and her sorority sisters, and it was just an awesome weekend.
Sweet.
And then I got to
great.
play golf,
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't
and
beat
now
it.
I got to be on this podcast.
Awesome.
There
It's
you
like
go.
it's just nonstop. It just keeps going.
It's nonstop.
Yeah. So you started your business and you cold called. You grew it to where it is today.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, you're outside. You're beyond Gainesville. You're helping people all over Florida, all over the
Mm-hmm.
Southeast.
We're actually licensed in 30 states, which is
Wow, that's awesome.
crazy. I wish I would tell you. I had this grand plan that I, would have this agency that did business all over the country, but I couldn't have dreamed what
30
has
states.
happened. Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
amazing.
So,
Congratulations.
thank you. It's we just I don't cold call anymore. I did that, and what I learned was if you take care of people to the best of your ability, they'll send their friends.
Right.
And it I mean, you guys know it's
word
the
of mouth.
same,
It's the same thing.
Same
Yeah.
concept.
Yep.
And that's kind of what I learned early on, was try to do everything I can to help them in any way that I can, and they will send their friends, and
Yep.
it's
And
just
that's how it just,
grows.
Yeah.
And I still love what I do. I love being in the insurance business. As hard as it is right now, it's really hard for most people to understand that, but it is really hard. But I love it. I still enjoy, because it's a relationship thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have patients that you have a really close relationship. Yes, you take care of them,
But it's more than that.
It's more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
It's so
Well, they
much.
trust us, and so we become friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And it's true.
And they bring you flowers and
Yep.
cakes.
It's true too.
So sweet.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do
Yes.
have to say, this is my first cake for my birthday. My actual birthday was yesterday. I
Yep.
was born on Labor Day.
Oh.
And so yesterday, my birthday on Labor Day was kind of cool. But this is the first cake.
Oh, wow.
I have all the people that want to do all the other things, like tons of
Right.
food and stuff, but I didn't have any cake.
Well, now you've had
Well,
cake.
cheers.
Look
And
at
it has
you.
sprinkles. And
I
it's
know.
red, white, and blue sprinkles.
I
So-
tasted it. It's actually very good.
It's because Publix.
Dang,
They do
Publix.
good. They do
Amazing.
this
This is
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
So, John, you are a boater.
I was just going to say, you have a boat.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to have a big boat. I sold it. I have a little boat. I have a airboat, and I have a pontoon boat. I just bought a pontoon boat.
Fun.
And my wife thinks that we are now old since we own a pontoon boat.
Holly, you're not old. It's okay, babe. I
She
promise.
gives me a ration of about having a pontoon boat. Now, this pontoon boat has a 200 horsepower Mercury Verado, so it goes like 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she likes to
I like the deck.
give me a...
So that's really what I wanted. I tried to get Travis to do like a hurricane, some sort of compromise,
deck boat.
but that did not happen. We ended up with a center console. We have a bay boat. We have a sportsman, and it's super fun.
Yep.
It is a sort of a compromise. It's got a little bit of stuff
Yep.
Yeah.
for comfort.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
My good buddy of mine has a Sportsman, and he loves it. He has a 25-foot Sportsman, and it's fun. For us, it's just what we love to be on the water.
Yeah.
I mean, I was telling Lisa earlier that as soon as the boat stops, my kids are in the water.
Yeah.
Like, my wife's in the water. She's like, it's so much fun to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's our escape of getting away, and it's healthy and outdoorsy, and, you know,
Yeah.
so boater. Not everybody's a boater, but if you are a boater, you understand
Love it.
Just
what
being out.
being on the water is like. It gives you that feeling of, I don't know, I don't even understand it.
Just breathe it in. Well, we were out, so we did some of the sports gator, weekend stuff. But we then also went out on the boat, which was just awesome. And it's just something like you can't describe.
Yeah.
It's just peaceful and free and awesome.
And since the pandemic started, boating has just,
Yes.
we have insured more boats in the past almost 2 years, which sounds crazy, but than we have in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people that don't even boat on a regular basis will call us and be like, hey, I bought a boat.
They just need something
Great.
to do. I mean, everybody's been stuck
I'm
inside for
insuring
years.
Well, it's a little scary.
It is scary.
Brand
You're
new
like,
boater that's never boated before.
You're like boater
Awesome.
safety course.
you
Yeah.
need some classes for that, actually.
There are some great boater safety courses that I highly recommend to you new
Yes.
boaters. And
so funny.
I'm actually surprised it's not, some people are grandfathered in based on age, which I was reminded of yesterday. But, I think that some people, really should
They need
consider
it.
it.
yes,
Like for real.
oh,
And-
for real. I've been to one class, and it's amazing. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've boated a lot. It is a absolute worth your time thing
Yeah.
to go to the Coast Guard class or
Yeah.
any of that kind of stuff for sure. And you get a discount on your insurance.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
not
I would
huge,
like to
but
do
it's-
one that you actually take your boat and go out on the water.
Like
'Cause
they
a lot
teach
of
you
them are
how to
like
do it.
online,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yeah.
I think that those are good too. But
With margaritas.
yeah,
And
why not? So you were down in the Keys not too long ago. Was
Yes.
that on your boat, or was
No.
that was a friend's?
we rented a boat.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we went down there. It's so far to take a boat down there, and we had two other couples that were with us, and they found a boat rental place down there that was amazing, and we rented this big giant boat for the week, and it was great. I highly recommend that way
Instead of
doing
pulling
it.
your own boat.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, we were talking about trying to go down at some point for lobster. Sometime in the season. Many seasons obviously over, but
there's mini season, and then there's a couple days where it closes again, and then there's regular season.
yeah.
And do you guys know Phil Wagner of Trimark? He goes down like in October, and,
Yeah.
and gets their limit every year in October.
Yeah.
So you can go pretty much, once the season opens, you can go September, October, November, depending on the weather and the temperature of the water. But
They're hard to find sometimes.
they can be hard to find. Yeah, they get to where they scatter and they
well,
move
it's
around.
still fun,
It's
being
so
out
fun.
there.
Just being out.
Well, I went out a couple weekends ago. We were out scalloping.
Yeah.
And I got pretty far away. And we went down towards
Oh, boy.
Crystal River just because, the water is dark up north right now.
Yep.
And it was just so many boats. But I got pretty far away from my boat, and I was out by myself, and I see this thing coming at me.
I love this story.
And I was like, oh, what is that? So I start swimming backwards, and it keeps coming, and it's coming faster, and I wasn't sure. So I'm like paddling fast backwards, and it is coming at me. It was a remora. And it wanted to attach itself to me. And I was like, I am
No.
sad because I look like sea life. And it wanted to hook up.
it.
And so I was like,
Stop.
for real.
Oh my God.
I've never been chased by
Because
anything
I
in the
look
water.
like sea life.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't, but that's
Well, one of the people that were with us, they had been diving down in the Bahamas, and one attached to him, and he was like, "Man, those things hurt, and they're hard to get off." I would have walked on water.
I bet.
I would. I mean, and I'm not afraid.
Like Flintstones. You
Oh
would
my
have been,
God.
Yeah.
I would have walked like
That's so
Jesus
funny.
on the water. I would have run. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm not afraid. But I kept on going. I was just like, that is so
What
crazy.
is
It
this?
is huge. It
Yeah.
was like 4
Big.
feet. Yes.
Yeah. And then they'll swim under you, and yeah,
She was not having that. That was not her favorite.
No, that was not. Yeah, I can imagine. My kids are like, usually they grab stuff and they come up. Almost every time we go, we see something different. Like something is cool. Whether it seems like something happens that's like, wow, that was really cool. Dolphins or turtles or anything like that. It just seems like it's so much fun to
Explore, yeah.
and you tend to see different stuff every time. So it's we've been last week or 2 weeks ago we went and we had to get scallops using our feet, which I've been doing it 30 years. I've never done that. So we had to take and step on the scallops because the water's so brown and murky.
I know.
Oh, you can't
So you
see.
can't see them. So
To
you had
feel
to
'em.
you felt them.
I know.
Okay, nope.
Yeah. Holly didn't
I
do
got
that.
a big nope on
Yeah.
that. I'm so sorry, Holly. I am with you. No
Yeah. I got
way.
size 12 or 13 feet, so I can get like 2 or
No.
3 scallops at a time.
If I don't think I'd be into that.
No, the girls weren't too much into that. The guys would be like, the nice part was I could stand and scallop and have a conversation and
While you're
talk to
feeling 'em
people.
around.
Yeah, that's just feeling around.
So me, I'm like, hey, what's going
You
on?
can talk.
Let's talk about stuff. Oh, hold on.
I have seen
Got
things
one.
in there that I don't actually want to touch, though.
Oh,
And,
for sure.
that I'm like,
Sea
"Oh."
urchins. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to touch that.
yeah. Luckily, there were no sea urchins, but
So John, I want to tell you real quick because you going back to your business.
Yep.
What I love about your business is that you have people that have worked with you for many, many,
Long
many years,
time.
and
20
that
years,
that
yeah,
says a
plus.
lot about you. Because I think that's one of the biggest challenges is people and running your business and keeping people. And
Yep.
but you have amazing people that some of them I know personally, and they are
love
really
what
happy.
they do. I mean, they love it.
they are great. I am so lucky and so blessed to have the people that work with me on a regular basis because they're smarter than me. They're just awesome. They're just
and they help, and that's
And they're high
if you have
energy and they're
helper
good.
kind of people, those are the best people, and we feel like that. We have, people can be challenging for sure, and we've definitely been through that. But
Sure.
right now, what we like the people that are with us and have been with us, they're
They're
awesome.
so good. It's just nice.
And right now, I get this question a lot. I get the question from the small business employer that says, "Oh my gosh, it's so hard to find and retain people.
Yep.
How do I find and retain people?" Right?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I say to them is, "What kind of benefits do you have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you give them benefits? Even if you can't afford to give them the health, regardless, something like Celebrate is such a great thing to provide to your employees that is way less expensive than
Yeah.
regular health insurance.
and it's a real benefit.
And it's
you can
huge
use it.
benefit.
Like-
I am a huge fan of what you guys do because it just fills a need for so many small businesses, so many small employers out there that are going, "Oh, I can't find people, I can't retain them, I can't do this." Okay, well, do you provide benefits? Nope.
Right.
Yeah.
So the places that are getting those employees and keeping them.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Your competitor is providing something,
Yep.
whether it's, whatever. It's just, and they just don't quite understand that
You
sometimes.
just have to invest in the people. I mean,
You
that's,
have to.
That's how they invest in you and your
For
business.
sure.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so
It's true.
it's true. How many locations do you have now?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 physical locations. But
Okay.
we just closed Tallahassee, not because they weren't doing an amazing business. It's just nobody wanted to go to the office.
Yeah.
So it's our trucking division. Well, they're insuring trucks
All over.
all over the country. They don't ever go to Tallahassee.
So everybody's remote.
So everybody's remote. So they're like, we don't really want to commute. We don't want to drive into the office.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, work from home.
Get rid of that overhead.
Yeah.
Dylan and I are always like,
Yeah.
like
Smart.
that's good. And
But, but that's, so we have 4, Fleming Island, Leesburg, Gainesville, a little town called Milton, Florida.
yeah.
Milton.
And I have 2 that I'm working on right now that I haven't announced because it hasn't closed yet. But
So
there's
you're
2
acquiring.
other
You're
yes.
acquiring.
I know I saw you put on Facebook.
Yes.
Know anybody selling? You
Yeah.
know, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Because it becomes it's just a scale type situation. Same thing with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, once you get the processes and the systems down,
Yep.
it becomes, okay, how do we replicate this
Yeah.
in Ocala to, wherever
What
it
we're
works.
working on.
Yep.
I mean, the pandemic kind of has thrown a wrench into things for everyone.
Yep.
But that is, that's the goal.
For sure.
And this whole thing is so weird right now.
It is odd.
I know we're all sick of talking about it, for sure.
I know for a while we were like, nobody say pivot, okay? Like
Right.
we cannot hear pivot again. Like we are like,
Yeah.
Well, I know you do such a great job. Both of you do a great job, and I know we appreciate your services for sure. And
Yes.
and
well, we appreciate your support.
our pleasure.
Not everybody understands. They don't all understand. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's employees of yours that have been with us since we opened.
Yep.
And you guys provide great insurance, and they just love having someone that knows and cares about them and can take care of them on the weekends and after hours and when they're traveling and all the other things.
Yep.
And the medications are cheaper, like all of it. So
It is. And my wife used to be in medical supplies sales, so she used to call on every doctor's office in town, private, not in the hospitals, but outside. So she knows what a good system is, a good office and how you take care of people and all that kind of stuff. So she just raves about you guys.
Yay.
For sure.
Thank you.
Love her. She's
Yeah.
great.
So what's coming up for you guys? Anything fun, business-wise, personal?
What's coming up
Pontooning.
for us?
Oh,
Pontooning.
Oh, yeah, pontoons. So I want to know, can you take that out? I mean, you can take
Where
it
do you
into
go?
the bay or the intercoastal.
Yeah, no, I don't take it out offshore, but we go scalloping and steenhatchee and sometimes we just ride up the river and cocktail cruise and
Fun.
It's just
That's so amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
You take it on the Gulf or the
Gulf.
Okay, more. Yeah.
I actually just bought it. I used to have a big boat, and we had that for 3 years, and that was great. And we went to the Bahamas in it, and it was amazing. And then it was like, okay, I'm done with that.
That's a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Like, what's a big boat? How big?
It was 52 feet.
Okay, that's
A boat.
Yeah,
I had
it
a
was
boat.
It was a boat
Yeah, that's a
fun.
boat.
with a family room and bedrooms.
Right.
and
Yeah, like a
kitchen.
yacht boat. Yeah.
So did you take it to the Bahamas and stay?
Yes, 4 times.
That's awesome.
So
It
I've been
was-
warned about like not doing that. I mean, just like that. It's like a lot of times you'll get your engine stolen.
Oh,
I mean,
dangerous.
Yes, yeah. You have to know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
And if you're going to take, how big is your boat?
not big enough to go there, really.
yeah.
I mean, we're 25 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could go on a
Yeah.
nice day. You
And
could
like
go.
an armada.
Right.
Yeah.
Go with some other boats.
Yeah.
And
Oh my gosh, the thought of that is like petrifying.
It's not that far, and our boat's
It's
fast.
not.
Yeah, yeah.
If you go out of Palm Beach, it's 50 miles. It's really not
To Bimini, right?
to Bimini.
I love Bimini.
Or
Oh,
West
she
End.
does Bimini,
Have you
yeah.
been to Bimini?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Bimini.
She's like, I want to go there again.
Yeah.
I bought my sunglasses because they're called Bimini.
Yeah.
They're Costas, but yeah, they're called Bimini. So anyway, yes.
Bimini's nice. West End is nice. But yeah, I mean, you can go, and it's in both Bimini and West End. You should be fine. I don't. You start getting into some of the other islands, it can get kind of sketchy.
Into like
But
Abacos and stuff.
Abacos, Green Turtle's nice, but like Treasure's kind of sketchy. There's some other parts that I'm not sure I would go.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you the one that brought the rum back? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's fun.
But that's not from the Bahamas.
No, I know, but it's fun. It's super fun. We appreciate that.
Yes.
was fun.
Everybody loves.
We were literally
the rum.
entertained several times, not just here, but at Charlie's event. I mean, it just kept on going. It
it's-
didn't stop.
It is, and it's actually very good rum. That,
Yeah.
It comes from. Sugar. Where does it come from? Not the Abacos, but not Bermuda.
Jamaica?
No.
Dominican?
No.
Let's guess.
Tell us down the list.
I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah.
That's good.
I will. But yeah, it's actually very good rum. So
that's awesome.
So I have one more question. Well, I have two more questions.
Yeah.
What's the best way for people to link up with your company to find out? Because I think a lot of times people don't realize the need to do reviews and check out what they have, and sometimes get an updated comparison.
Yep.
Right? That's important.
Yep, absolutely. Darshakowinsurance.com is probably the best if you can spell that.
Yeah. He has it up.
Oh,
Yay.
Elio. Nice. So yeah, darshakowinsurance.com is probably the best way to reach out to us. My email is jdar@darshakowinsurance.com, but I will probably
forward it on.
Yeah, if you email me, I will bring in somebody that is a specialist at whatever it is you're looking for.
Yeah.
So there was a day that I did it, and my staff gets mad at me when I try to jump in and do it because they're like, "Look,
that's why we're here."
Yes, you did it, and you were good at it.
You screw it up. Stop talking to people.
Well, this is why they don't let us schedule labs and stuff. They're like, no.
Right. It would be that.
I'm like, come on, we did it.
We used to do this, but we don't do this anymore.
Right, because we're going to mess it up and we don't know the schedule and got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so funny.
So, but yeah, if homeowners insurance right now, flood insurance is changing a lot.
Yeah.
That people aren't even really aware of yet, because there's some flood insurance changes that I think it could be the reason that the whole real estate boom comes to a halt.
Really?
It really is. Oh my gosh. We are seeing flood premiums that were $600 are now $4,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like these places that are near the coast, and
I don't want to hear anymore. Can you stop talking?
Yes.
I have a house on the Intercoastal in Flagler, so I need you. I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's
that's crazy.
And
are they going to are they rezoning things into like
changing the flood zone?
They are. Some of the areas they are changing the flood zones, but really they're changing the whole process. Like literally, this reform has been in the works since 2004.
Wow.
So when they announce this, which they've already done,
it's going to be complicated.
It's going to be called the Flood Reform Act of 2004.
Oh.
Released in 2021?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it because people are kind of pushing back against it and trying to keep it from coming through?
Yes. People have been pushing back, and the FMIP, the National Flood Insurance Program, is way upside down, losing money badly. I mean, we've had so much flooding just this year in Tennessee and New York and Louisiana, and it's upside down. So they had to change this because it's not actuarially sound. Yeah. So
hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie Knopf. I know her.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
Yes.
All right. What's your other question? Because we're running out of time.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Sorry, Elio.
Little spot.
You can blame it on me.
So tell me, what would be your health tip? What would you recommend?
Don't eat cake.
No, the cake brings joy to your life.
The cake does bring joy to your life. So I will tell you that here's my health tip, and I'm not an exerciser. I have worked out in the past, but I struggle to work out, and my wife will be the first one to tell you I don't like that. But if there's any sort of sport that you enjoy, just a little, like tennis or bicycling or golf. I'm a huge golfer, so I can get a little bit of exercise. I know golf's not a
You're getting out and moving, though.
You're moving, and I think exercise is the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's important. Stay moving.
It's the one that is.
You know why? Because it gives you oxygen, and that's what you need for sure.
No sitting around watching
there was
TV.
a secret to that. Yep. It's the whole oxygen.
I started playing tennis too, so you're right. It's true. And she went back to CrossFit, which is
makes
good
a
for your
big
brain.
difference. My brain is so happy.
But you have to do what makes you happy. Like you have to get into something that is fun for you,
right?
Because you can't continually force yourself to.
Do the grind. I mean, you can,
go
but
lift
eventually
weights or
it's
something.
Like,
if you like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Don't.
We've done that before.
Don't push yourself to go do something that you hate. Go push yourself to do something that
That's good advice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
like it. Yay.
Thanks for being
John.
here. Thank you for the
Thank
flowers. Thank you for the cake.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
we
Thank you for all
appreciate
that
it.
you
You're
do
welcome.
for
Thank
us
you.
and our
I'm so
community.
surprised you didn't ask me a question about Charlie.
Hey, he already had his time.
Well, I was
Charlie
going to
had
give
his time.
all kinds
You
of
gonna
secrets.
tell the secrets?
Yes.
I know.
Oh, we'll get you on
Maybe
later.
next episode.
Yeah, we'll get you on
Yeah,
again.
that'll be awesome.
We'll definitely revisit. It'll be the throwing Charlie under the bus episode.
Love it. I'm in.
Thank you for being
in.
here with us.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week live at 11 on YouTube and Facebook. So see you later. Have a great week. Thanks a lot.